I'm on my second lot, and as we can see behind me, I have a concrete driveway, and of course there are all driveways in between are the gaps. Well, during the springtime and summer, we start to see this. The goal today is to basically clear out all these gaps and then fill them with some kind of filler slash sand underneath to make sure that I don't keep getting all these weeds growing. I don't know if you can tell, but definitely already this was all grass. The other day I just started pulling it out, and sometimes they come out in these nice little chunks like this, but yeah, they're pretty deep down in there. The goal first is to basically clean out all the cracks behind me with some tools, just doing it by hand, and then I'm probably gonna grab a leaf blower and blow it all out. Basically make sure that every one of the cracks has all the debris and other stuff that will get in the way whenever I try to seal it. So this is probably going to be the longest part and the hardest part. So I'll probably do a time lapse of this. So here we go, let's get started. Well, if anybody's like me, even the simplest jobs are just always going to have problems and complications. So cleaning out the first one, and of course there's this big old guy just right up in there. So not sure if we want to try to get him out. I'm going to try to take a sledgehammer and see if I can knock this thing out, but it's making it a lot harder to clean this out. I don't know if you can tell from the time lapse if I put it in there, but spending quite a bit of time on it. Next, we got this little piece right here I need to get out, which shouldn't be too difficult. That's the first run. Still plenty of dirt in there that needs to get out, and of course everything else. This is going to be a long job, and it might rain down there, maybe not. Here's another pain in my ass. Things can't be easy. Got this big old thing right here. It's kind of wiggling, so maybe I can get it out, but it's a remnant of something. Oh, there we go. Maybe I can get something to wedge this out, but there's another problem. A couple whacks, I got my dammy Destroy Worlds. We already got her out. Now that looked really easy. It's because, if you can't tell, we're already a little winded. so it just blew out and cut down some trees that were overhanging. Got the majority of the front. I still got to keep working my way back. Got this whole block and all these little cracks. This is gonna get this. This is the first one started on, which I'm gonna have to keep blowing out because I didn't start from the top, and then hopefully keep working my way down. But all these weeds are just growing back, so I have to do something about that. But for now, I just want to get this whole thing cleared out so I can get these cracks filled. So this is day one. I'm probably gonna have to go through and re-clean all these cracks afterwards next day, but so far cleaned out all the front. This is what took me the longest, was this overgrown side. I'm gonna have to take a shot back and get the dirt out of here. It just keeps blowing out, especially right here. Cleared all this out, enough to put a layer, put it down here, and then tomorrow continue down the line, get all these random other cracks. Hopefully at least take me down there. That's going to take a while too, and then this over here should be easy. I say that, but nothing ever is. So here's some of the trees I had to chop down, but so far, not a bad first day. Day two, waking up and getting started. London. I don't know if you can see this, but I think there's maybe some poison oak or something, or I just got some bug bites, but I'm pretty resistant to poison ivy. I don't ever get it, so I wonder if it must have been some in here somewhere. Anyways, just be careful. Right, so got the cracks cleaned. Going forward, try to edge out the sides. I really don't care about them right now as long as I can get to the cracks. But I'll try to make this look better later. Anyways, she's all cracked out. Got a huge one right here. I'm not sure what to do about this when I get to it because it's cracked all the way down through. But, time for the next step. Started last weekend. It's been about, I was not 5 days, but it's been a couple days since we started. I've only been able to work on it a couple hours each day. I didn't really take videos every time, but I did try to take a couple, so finishing up I'll do better. Anyways, I just wanted to do an announcement of when you are clearing out the woods. Hey buddy, when you're clearing out the woods, make sure you wear long sleeves because the weeds I was clearing were all poison ivy. I've never gotten poison ivy. I just thought I was, highly immune to it, which I was. If you see the woods, you'll notice what I was working in and how long I was working there, and I was hot and I was sweaty. But anyways, I did get some rashes. I don't know if you can see this, but that, and got some on my ankle, which this is the worst one because it itches. Well, they all itch. Hopefully I'll get it done. I still have the whole bottom section. The top section was all runny. I had to go in and do another layer or use a stopgap, but I think that's just the nature of the beast. Just looking at Lowe's, there wasn't really a whole lot of slope-friendly sealants. I guess it's all just I can't think of the word, non-gap or stopgap, whatever it is. Anyways, hopefully get finished. So, first day to try to fill these cracks. I got some backfill. This is the large at Lowe's. I had to double it up. The pipe insulation for the water pipes was a little too big, so I just doubled it up. I put some sand, and I have a wooden leveler I made that's about a 1/2 inch, so that this is about a 1/2 inch up, so that when I pour the caulk, I don't use too much of the material since it's way more expensive. And so I'm just going in and basically pushing these down to where the sand is, and I'm going to stop about right here just to get my first line sealed. Pipe stuff, the stuff for the pipe insulation through here, because I had a couple pieces, and then I doubled up on the back rod towards here. I'm going to put some stopgap right about right here, just so it doesn't run past this. And then I'm going to go ahead and do this. As you can see, I put this one down nice, so that hopefully when I do fill this up, it doesn't overflow with those pipes. Again, learned a couple lessons, which is that if you're on an incline, this makes this a lot harder. Runs down. That's the whole point of it being so liquidy, is that it gets into all the cracks, but unfortunately for me it's a little too much. It looks better than it did with all the weeds growing out of it, so I still have to do down there. And finally got the camera, so you'll see me putting in the back rod and then doing the caulk. So, got a lot done today actually. Didn't finish, of course not, running out of daylight, if you can't tell. But got the big longest crack done. Again, ran out of pipe insulation. I needed a way more. This is a lot bigger than you think. I need to go ahead and measure it out. Give measurements, but still got these random cracks. This one, put the pipe filler in there and filled up with sand at the end because I ran out. But maybe another day or two and this will be done. This was a hell of a project, to be honest. Wasn't not expecting this, but I guess I underestimated the size of the driveway. But this is my trash I'm gonna have to clean up, and of course all the poison ivy. Alright, so hopefully last day. It's actually Labor Day, and of course I'm doing labor. Trying to fill in the last cracks, and there's my puppy boy. I refuse to go to the store. I don't have any more of this thick pipe liner for pipe insulation for like water, but I do have a couple bags of these. I'm gonna have to double it up. Hey buddy. And see if we can make it work, and try not to go to another store quick. Got all the cracks filled up. Most of this is dry. I did do a top little layer for a lot of this stuff, but yeah, I'm not like super happy with it, but I am happy with it. Things I probably wish I would have done better is there's definitely concrete still uneven, so I think there's still gonna get dirt under there, but hopefully I won't have to keep doing weed whacking on this thing every couple of weeks during the summer, so see how it turns out. At the end of the project, there's things I've learned. Backer rod or whatever that material is cheap, and caulk is not. This is a backbreaker like all driveway stuff. Make sure you get the stopgap stuff for the the ends and the big cracks, otherwise this stuff is just gonna seep through. And then also, if you're doing a hill, I'd recommend probably putting stopgap every so often to stop the entire thing from just running down. Maybe you could do your first one, let it all run down, but you don't want it all accumulating at the bottom. You want to be able to get these gaps filled up as much as you can. So yeah, that's it. Thanks.